less. Light chop. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. For Thursday night, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Waves 1 foot or less. Light chop. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. And for Friday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Waves 1 foot or less. Light chop. Showers and thunderstorms likely. On Perdido Bay, Pensacola Bay including Santa Rosa Sound, and Choctawhatchee Bay. For tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. And for Friday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas around 2 feet. Showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly in the morning. Tidal information, at the mouth of the Mobile River on Wednesday, high tide at 11:32 a.m. Low tide at 11:11 p.m. At the mouth of the Mobile River on Thursday, high tide at 12:26 p.m. Low tide at 11:46 p.m. At Pensacola Bay on Wednesday, high tide at 10:28 a.m. Low tide at 10:09 p.m. At Pensacola Bay on Thursday, high tide at 11:18 a.m. Low tide at 10:47 p.m. At the East Pass in Destin on Wednesday, high tide at 9:55 a.m. Low tide at 9:35 p.m. At the East Pass in Destin on Thursday, high tide at 10:45 a.m. Low tide at 10:13 p.m. The tropical weather outlook. For the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of America, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 7 days. The following marine observations were made as of 5 p.m. Mobile Bay Coast Guard Station. Winds were south at 4 knots. Sea temperature 87 degrees. Air temperature 86 degrees. Weeks Bay, south winds at 3 knots. Air temperature was 91 degrees. Pensacola Bay, southwest winds at 12 knots. Air temperature was 89 degrees. The report from the east end of Dauphin Island was not available. Graham Bay, southwest winds at 10 knots. Air temperature was 86 degrees. And Petty Boy Island, west winds at 15 knots. Air temperature was 85 degrees. South of Dauphin Island, winds were west at 8 knots. Air temperature 86 degrees. 12 miles south of Orange Beach, winds were west at 60 knots. Air temperature was 86 degrees. Gulf water temperature 89 degrees. Wave heights 1 foot, with a period of 3 seconds. The report from 100 miles south of Destin was not available. The following weather reports were made at 5 p.m. Pensacola International Airport, skies were mostly sunny. The temperature was 90 degrees, the dew point was 72, and the relative humidity was 55%. This produces a heat index of 97. The wind was southwest at 14 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.03 inches and steady. Pensacola Naval Air Station, skies were mostly sunny. The temperature was 88 degrees, the dew point was 74, and the relative humidity was 63%. This produces a heat index of 96. The wind was southwest at 13 miles an hour, gusting to 26. The pressure was 30.04 inches and steady. Across the central Gulf Coast, Gulf Shores, sunny. Temperature was 90 degrees. Wind west at 15 miles an hour, gusting to 23. Heat index was 98. Milton, partly sunny. Temperature was 90 degrees. Wind south at 12 miles an hour. Heat index was 99. Destin, partly sunny. Temperature was 89 degrees. Wind southwest at 8 miles an hour. Heat index was 100. Mobile, thunder. Temperature was 80 degrees. Wind southwest at 12 miles an hour, gusting to 20. Elsewhere, Hattiesburg, mostly sunny and This is the National Weather Service in Mobile, Alabama. The preceding signal was a test of the NOAA weather radio warning alarm device for stations kec61 Mobile, kec86 Milton, WWF55 Jackson, kich59 Dilshire, WNG646 Brooklyn, WNG640 Leakesville, and WNG607 Greenville. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of the signal and your receiver's performance are normally conducted by the National Weather Service between 9 and 10 a.m. and between 6 and 8 p.m. each Wednesday. If there is a threat of or existing severe weather within the area Wednesday, the test will be postponed until the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarm, will vary at any given location. This variability, which is normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even if you are using a good quality receiver, which is in good working order. The warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings, which affect the following counties: in Mississippi, George, Greene, Jackson, Perry, Stone, and Wayne. In Alabama, Baldwin, Butler, Choctaw, Clark, Coffee, Conecuh, Covington, Crenshaw, Escambia, Geneva, Lowndes, Mobile, Monroe, Pike, Washington, and Wilcox. And in the Florida Panhandle, Escambia, Okaloosa, Santa Rosa, and Walton. This has been a test of the NOAA weather radio warning alarm device. We now return you to our normal program. This is NOAA Weather Radio, from the Mobile, Pensacola National Weather Service. The current time is 6:09 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Here's your marine forecast. On the weather map, a light to occasional moderate southwesterly flow develops each afternoon